Kelly, please call the roll.
Mr. Rossi?
Here.
Mr. Chora?
Present.
Mrs. Gurley? Here. Ms. Heath? Here. Mr. Montiani?
Here.
Mrs. Sexton? Here. Mrs. Craner? Here. Mr. Oliver? Dr. Marion?
Present. On to public comments on agenda items. Mr. Oliver.
We'd like to invite any resident or taxpayer of the Chartiers High School District who wishes to address the board, please sign in and state your name and address when you approach the board. We appreciate your interest and please keep your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you. Valerie, did anyone sign up to speak on current agenda items?
We do. First is Alexa Sereni.
Hi, my name is Alexis Gray. I live on Sunrise Drive in Collier Township. I'm coming to speak about the letter that was sent to Allegheny County regarding the intermediate school being a polling place this year. I think we can all agree this is particularly a year with political strife and stress. And none of us want third, fourth, and fifth graders walking around in this environment. First of all, the kids should have been out of school. That time has passed. I'm not questioning your intent on the polling place changing. I'm questioning your timing, because now there's 1,050 voters that are maybe find out with 20 days left till the election that their polling place has changed. And given all the misinformation and the distrust of government and politicians in general, are you going to get something in the mail that says vote somewhere else and believe it? So it kind of reeks of disenfranchisement to me. I don't know what the wisdom was behind not sending this letter directly after the last election if there were true safety concerns. And I hope if something happened that was a safety threat, that the board of electors knows that it happened here. Thank you.
Aaron Riccatelli?
My name is Sarah Chitella, the 1360 Cardinal Drive. I do want to thank you for contacting the county and having that experience as a polling center. However, in the event that that's not able to take place before November, are we able now under Act 56 to use a virtual remote learning day just for the IS? The use of the remote learning day would take the burden off the office staff and the teachers, who would potentially need to manage hundreds of absences on November 5th. In addition to that, we would need an alternative code to enter into Infinite Campus for the board approved excused absence, because it would dig into the 10 total excused absences per year. Anything over 10 days requires a medical excuse. Is there another code that they would be able to use in the office instead of just an excused absence? So again, utilizing the remote learning day would eliminate these concerns, and ideally this should be the only time that using the remote learning day, as it sounds like the county might be willing to, or willing to place elsewhere. Thank you.
And lastly, we have Samantha.
Samantha Fulmer, 1452 Green Tree Road, Scott Township. I want to start by expressing my appreciation and for the thoughtfulness behind the letter to the Allegheny County Election Board and the additional gesture of allowing parents to keep their children home on election day as an excused absence. This is a considerable step, but frankly, it is not enough. While I understand that Pennsylvania school law prevents school districts from prohibiting the use of their buildings as polling locations, the climate around elections has changed dramatically. Elections are now marked by heightened emotions and hostility, making it unsafe for students and staff to be in schools used as polling locations. The concerns outlined in the letter regarding traffic, disruptions, and safety are all absolutely valid. However, the reality is that in today's climate, we should not be putting parents in a position where they have to decide whether to send their children to school or keep them home for safety reasons. On election day, sorry, I got chicken scratch on here, so I changed mine, what I'm gonna say, on election day, it shouldn't come down to a choice between education and safety. In the neighboring district where I work, our schools have always been closed on election day when used as polling places. Frankly, I had assumed that Chartiers Valley kept their schools open because your buildings were not used for voting. Shame on me for making that assumption. The simple yet sad fact is, students and staff being present in school buildings during an election now in 2024 poses an unnecessary risk. The solution is straightforward. Make election day a remote learning day or a flexible instruction day this year, and adjust the schedule next year should Allegheny County Election Board want to continue using the IS as a polling location. This solution would allow education to continue while prioritizing the safety of our students and staff. I urge the district to take this step and ensure that no parent has to make the difficult choice between sending their child to school or keeping them home for the safety on election day. Thank you.
Is that all?
Yes, it's on.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to announce that we have an executive session prior to this public meeting to discuss personnel, legal, and safety matters. On to recognitions. Mr. Giuliano, or Dr. Giuliano, would you like to do that?
Yes, I'm not sure about the Jersey, Mike, but I do have a superintendent's report.
Okay, so, for the recognitions, the following students were recognized as Jersey Mike Players of the Week,
Okay.
which was Josh Walker for boys soccer, Justin Turnholm for football, sorry if I mispronounced your name, and Mary Wiltshire for girls tennis. So congratulations to those students. Dr. Giuliano for the superintendent's report.
Yes, I do have a brief report. The position has been advertised for a superintendent for the district in a number of places, and we're getting responses. The application process is a little bit lengthy, but as we get them, they come to me and I record them and I'll share them with the board. But I also want the public to know that we are offering 2 to 3 days of public stakeholder comments, and we will have a person here, Doug McCausland, who will meet with anyone who would like to come in person and discuss what they would like to see in the next superintendent and their leadership for the district. Also posted on the website is that for those that they may not be convenient for, those dates are posted on the website. But for those who may not be able to make those dates, there is a survey. We've had literally, I'm very surprised and I must say impressed, hundreds of people have responded to the survey on the website, which is still up, and you can get on that and talk about what you would like to see in the next superintendent. And probably the one for most working parents would be October the 1st, 7th to 8th, and it'll be a completely transparent meeting. No board members, no administrators, including myself. And as I said, Doug McCausland will take your remarks and bring them back that I'll eventually share with the board. So the process is moving along. I think it's moving along smoothly. Chartiers Valley is an attractive district, so we are getting application. So that pretty much tells the story about how the public and the stakeholders, and by that I mean parents, residents, staff members, etc., can participate in the criteria they would like the board to include and present it. And with that, Mr. President, that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to, just to give a little bit of background, each year the school board has 2 high school students that represent the student body at these school board meetings. This year, we'll welcome Brady and Layla, and they'll each give their report, and then in future meetings, they'll sit up here with us. So Brady, you want to take it away? Go ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This month and athletics, we have had some fantastic things happen. First, we had a football team currently sits with a 2-3 record after a close game against Hampton on Friday. At this game, the team, band, and cheerleaders celebrated youth night. This week, the team faces Laurel Highlands at home. Now we move to girls tennis. The team is currently 5-7 overall and celebrated their senior night yesterday. The girls' next game is this evening against West Allegheny Open. The girls' soccer team had their home opener earlier this month and played against you. Their next game is Wednesday, and the team will face Montfort Adams. Now we go to boys' soccer. They currently sit with a 5-2 record this season. Yesterday, seniors from the team gave shirts and invitations to Thursday's home game against Blackhawks to teachers who make a lasting impact on each of the players to honor them for senior day. Finally, to close out my report this month, I would like to look at the girls' volleyball team. The team currently sits at 5-1 record, with their last win against Chartiers, Houston winning 3-1. The team's next game will take place on Tuesday, September 24th, and they will face Beaver Falls. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your week.
Good evening, everyone. I am happy to be attending this meeting as a representative. The month of September has been quite busy so far. On September 14th, the CV Showband hosted a band festival in which 8 other schools came. Many clubs have also been holding their first meetings of the year. With the clubs, on September 17th, the Student Activities Council, a subset of Student Council, held their second ever meeting and created plans to hold an activities fair on October 11th. Last Friday, No Place for Hate hosted the Walk Against Hate. This event was a huge success and helped prove that hate has no place in Chartiers Valley. Tomorrow, the annual Homecoming Carnival will be held from 3:30 to 7. In relation to the Homecoming Carnival, homecoming itself will be held from 7 to 9:30 this Saturday in the high school gym. In student news, 2 seniors, Wesley Matt and Charlotte Kinslow, were recognized for their high scores on the PSAT. Wesley scored in the top 50,000 students in the country, and Charlotte in the top 1%, making her a finalist for the National Merit Scholar. Thank you. Have a great rest of the month.
Thank you for those reports. On to the informational agenda.
Mr. President, before we start, I have a couple of thank yous, if I may.
Certainly.
A few months ago, this board declared the stadium project, which was a complete disaster that was left to this board. We declared it an emergency. We asked our maintenance director and our construction manager, Pete, if he could get the whole stadium ready and safe by September 13th. Major task. But that's exactly what he did. We had an extremely successful opening. I've known a lot of construction managers over my time being here. And our guy pulled this major task off. We owe Pete a debt of thanks. To continue with the thanks also goes to Pete's special maintenance people. Max, Chris, Dexter, and of course Miss Amber and our custodial personnel, and the rest of the custodial staff. And a big thank you to our athletic department, Zach and Shay, who worked tirelessly on this project. They put many of ours in. With all these wonderful people, we could have never had a successful opening. So this board thanks everyone.
Yes, thank you. Okay, on to the informational agenda. As with my concerns. We did, even though there is a, article in the paper, I never did hear from them before the article was published. However, they tell me now, today, that by October 15th, they will have decided whether to hold the election here or not. However, as I sat down here, I got this letter, which was dated a month ago, but it was just delivered to me today, that says that we're gonna use your polling place, and thank you. So, we've discussed this as a board. Obviously, there are three options. One, to hold school, to increase security, and to have the election polling place here. The other is to go remote and have the students at the IS stay at home. Either way, some procedures would have to be, as the one lady suggested, ironed out if we do hold school. Or if the Allegheny County Election Board decides to change the polling location by October 15th. But the board will have to make that decision at its next meeting, October 8th, to give parents the ability, if we decide to hold school, those options. If they go remote, then those parents, given most of those kids might not necessarily be able to stay home alone, to have the ability to have somebody home with them. Or if the election board decides to, not use our polling place, which we all agree would be the best and the easiest solution. So, you could expect, on October 8th, that something will go out and a decision to be made. On to Shasta, Mrs. Sexton. Nothing to report, okay. Pathfinder, Mr. Holdinger.
We had a meeting last Wednesday. We discussed, there's 89 students, and we discussed that some school districts still owe us money. We're not one of them, so that's a good thing. For the finance director. Also, there was an agreement with the AIU. Mrs. Trainer's probably aware that it looks to favor Pathfinder. It seems like over the years, compared to the other schools that they run, special schools that they run, that we've been paying for more than the other ones, so they wanted to make it even, they wanted to codify it. So I just got the agreement today, the final agreement, and would like to pass it to Rebecca because 3 of the 5 school districts all used her firm. And we voted, since Mount Lebanon wasn't there, that you'll build Mount Lebanon. Okay, so that's a report.
Okay, thank you. The Allegheny Intermediate, Mrs. Trainer.
We had a meeting last evening and a special presentation by their IT department about the Digital Trust Hub, which is free service to all districts. It allows districts to vet vendors, have cybersecurity operations looked at, have their data governance examined, and data privacy. This is a free service that if we don't already, we can take advantage of. It also gives free DNS service so that the websites that we access are safe. And there is a trusted apps management suite that we can access of apps that have already been examined to be trusted that we can use so that we can avoid any cyber issues that have happened with many districts across the state here at Chartiers Valley. So they are able to vet any applications that we use should we desire to ask them to do so. AIU will be sponsoring the Eradicate Hate Summit on October 8th. And we opened our observance of Hispanic Heritage Month that runs from September 15th to October 15th. And that seems a little odd that it's mid-month to mid-month, but that's designed to fit in the special dates of independence of numerous Latin American countries. Also, the Evaluation Grants and Data Team is going to be presenting nationally on their plan for the education of unhoused students, and their model is going to be adopted by other school districts, other AIUs across the country. That is all.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chora, our Great Western Technology Center.
Yes, thank you. Our opening went extremely smooth this year. Everything just opened, it was great. We also broke another enrollment this year. We have 1,410. Every year we're breaking the record out there. CV has the most students again, close to 200. So we are quite full out there. Our summer camp, we had 800 eighth graders thinking on going to Parkway, so the camp went very well also. Also, our novelty scores, Parkway scored over 75%, which is quite high. And last but not least, a German contingency came to the United States to look at a number of the tech schools, and they were in Pennsylvania. They looked at most of them, and they only picked Parkway out of the whole state. They're also picking people from these schools in the United States, and they're taking them to Germany to view their apprenticeship in their web tech schools. So one of our principals at Parkway was picked by letter, and it's all paid for by the German contingency. So that's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve agenda items 7.2 through 7.16?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Hollinger. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Trainer. Any discussion on these items? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. The motion is passed. On to action discussion. May I have a motion to approve the Wesley Schools agreement for the 2024-2025 school year?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Hollinger. May I have a second? Second by Mr. Montani. Sorry. Any discussion on this item? All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? The motion passes. May I have a motion to approve the agreement with Allegheny Medical Occupational Services effective August 28, 2024 through January 1st, 2026.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Hollinger. Seconded by Mr. Chora. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. May I have a motion to approve the PNC grant to support positive behavior intervention in sports, known as PBIS, at the CBS Middle School in the amount of $1,000.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Hollinger, second by Ms. Heen. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. I have a motion to approve payment to KAG Engineering to provide the as-built topology survey at the high school stadium in the amount of $3,750.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hollinger, second by Mr. Chor. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The motion passes. May I have a motion to approve the upgrade from TransFinder software to Route Finder Plus at a cost of $13,595?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Hollinger. May I have a second? Second by Ms. King. Any discussion on this item?
Well overdue.
All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? The motion passes. On to public comments on non-agenda items. Mr. Hollinger.
Okay. Kelly, can anyone sign up to speak on non-agenda items this evening? If so, please state your name and address when you approach the board. We appreciate your interest. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes.
First up is Samantha Fulmer. And I just wanted to stress that this is a necessary group of staff for our school, and how us who are not those professionals, we are just parents or community members, would love to see our board put some focus on there and get them under contract and make them want to be part of the CD family. In addition, 5 days ago, the school had posted that they were hiring for maintenance and bus maintenance and part-time bus substitutes and bus aides. And it just seems a little predictable, where you're not putting a contract out for a group of people to receive to hire for. And so again, I just stress, please, if we can just focus on that, and get them under contract, so we move on to the school year. Thank you.
That's all the comments.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to announce that our next board meeting is October 8th, 2024.
Before we adjourn, just want to wish everybody a happy homecoming week and encourage you to support our homecoming carnival activities tomorrow evening that all of the activities and clubs have participated in. We welcome all of our past graduates who are coming to attend the homecoming game on Friday night, and wish all of our students a safe and wonderful homecoming dance on Saturday.
Okay, I have a motion to adjourn. Motion made by Martin, second by Ms. Heath. All in favor? Aye. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you. See you later. Okay. Do I always sound like a fool? Do I sound like a fool when I'm up there? I can't. Anxiety.